World Bank for statement or more every for Ghana for when enya adea air at the forefront. Now meanwhile should not start celebration or start celebrating the issue because we're too early for the government to be celebrating. The World Bank issue here can order abono ho na abono ho sambra ne say abanya ya ade na abaya say abanya say no. In following macroeconomic stability, for example, 2017 growth recorded the fastest growth minister between 2017 to 2020. And the economic prospect in Nina na ekoso Nina ya praise Ghana ya kede Ghana edun pempen so bia Africa hano yentu mfa MPP and I say government at that time no mfa to Africa bia ho na Ghana ebe the fastest growing economy ma MPP for year no mfa so bia ambaso na mo buy ya mo nya ya mfa so mo mfa the credit is going for you because amadam zamani nyina then eba
I appreciate you say eba no DDP and kofo mo nso no omo ya affected the complaining and say solely would they share NDC say omo na elamba stem.
Yeah, but man can this a line of action because nde or say or more blame this external factors. Were you not here when President Mahama was talking about this external factors Oma Obai? But bisa who say Damu books economics na yeah. Damu World Bank no woman and praises there ya no. Ya identity untua cocoa farmers ka na omu so. Well, omu ye juma for almost 15 months. That's 1 year, 3 months. College so about 50,000 people backlog no different. And they are recruiting only 7,000. That is what the economy can sustain. And you are telling me that you now have good indicators that you can show to the people out there. To the 30,000 people that security services no more here. I buy say mean to me for 30,000. Then between I end there 5,000 and between me afa.
What's the president say because someone 10,000 a year.
A friend saying 1 hour more I call school. First year say ya 3 or more a fees no. I buy to
free entrance fee.
Yes. Currently as I'm talking, the cocoa farmers are not being paid. And that is abankura ye kan ho asem no. Or no about announce there yes. But core grounds not question whether it has been affected. Until my Canada, I buy when economy now. We are doing economy now. People are crying on the ground. Go there and listen to those who are crying and tell them the economy is growing well, and tell them the economic indicators are very good, and tell them that you are doing very well in the economic sector, and see what they will tell you. So they're all carrying on paper, yes. You have good economy indicators. You have shown it to the World Bank. They praise you for that. But let's see whether it's affecting our economy. Whether the people out there are seeing what the World Bank is talking about. Whether the people out there are feeling it. And that is what I am saying. The basic economic needs that the people need out there are not being met.
Okay.
Until Mama Canada, NDC there, or job credit. Yeah, they are on fire. So BC, the economy are good on fire home.
But I think globally, they born my ambassador musika sem.
But you don't squeeze your people for your economy to look good so that World Bank will praise you.
Okay, may that say. Matthias.
Lala, Your Excellency, me say. Minu Kasai or say Odinu anime. You feel Lembel. No correct. But Lembel for no pinophobia DNA. Ah yes, we deal with. You be to say Dr. Ajasipa Yankee. Freddie Blay, Yera Amakofi Boa, Yena your boss, ne Madame for Bakon or ADC Cecia, Quesia Jacum, Ama. Ye no creful. Ye Cofobia, ye Crawford Moways, ye Chio constituency, ye cannot crack, Amo Musiano Creno. Minueti, hey, Pessimi Bissan say, Ghana Sidino, is there a time in Ghana, every 17 cities? Can we prove it? Say Ghana Sidino, exchange rate no, every 17 cities. It never happened in Ghana.
May answer and I said,
okay. You prove it, say, every 17 cities. Interbank rate every 17 cities in this country. It is a fallacy and it is not true. Even Compo say, no component. Let me take you without admitting. Say, no component. In your own submission, no, Your Excellency, or say, buy no, or find from 14, and what that be drew, a friend is saying, 10. which means say now we can say I was 17 before we beba no say was 17 na eni a we can say was 17 before we beba no now if you say 17 no about 14 improvement. So yeah, the word elembele no so you blame. That is the truth. It is a fact that can never be erased. No matter the amount of shower you shower, it cannot erase this fact. Do you remember in 2022 what Laporte said? He was then the country manager of the World Bank. My brother, you remember what he said? He praised the Ghana economy and said the way Ghana economy ni econo foundational because enyemi bonzo yokura meti an America. The country director of the World Bank, Pierre Laporte, in 2003. Because we have gone through the COVID.
2023.
2023. We have gone through the crisis and you were recovering. What I said. That was how come you had somebody who thought that, you see, me, I am now repented by me person because I understand Nipakon was proven. Sometimes I keep telling people, say, when the man said, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate would expose you. It was true, and he knew what he said. Because after the crisis, the COVID crisis, when then came the gold for oil, gold for reserve. What did I say? At least what did be about? It's my brother. We are happy. We are all Ghanaians. So more boy Abaswa, and this born Abaso. You see, the good thing is that when the people met there, they didn't praise MPP. They didn't praise NDC. They praised Ghana. And we all share in that glory. But facts are facts. Laporte, on do koko and yasi enough. Laporte, Pierre Laporte, on can taxi were a Zeman station. Pierre Laporte, on to acheka wasasetre. Countries representative of World Bank in Ghana. Oh no, kachre. Say. Since the 2023, economy recovery by 2025. Are you telling me, say, a president or president abino? Is it a Juma in 2026 and a Juma in 2025 and a president? Don't do that. Don't say, let's speak fact. Let the people watching us understand, because I keep telling people, say now opportunity to try TV. There are children at home who are listening. There are children at home listening. There are people who your sense who are friendly with dressing who TV. So they see it as a classroom. They are not just watching TV. When they are watching the television, they see the television, the program they are watching as a classroom for them. So, my brother, you can Google it, you can WhatsApp it, you can do whatever it is. The Ghana cedi never go to 17.
Okay,
to
we'll say Ghana web fact check. Was there ever was the cedi ever sold at 17 to $1 as claimed by Dr. Toforsen? We say 25th July 2025. Ghana web checks out a buy. We say Ghana cedi has never traded at 17 Ghana cedis to $1.
Your Excellency, Bank
of Ghana.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, I am saying, say your platform is a classroom for people.
Bank of Ghana interbank data. The Ghana cedi has never officially rated 17 cedis to $1, peaking at around 16.42%. We say in November 2024.
Your Excellency, please repeat.
Okay,
repeat. Your Excellency, repeat.
Matthias,
there are children watching you. Listen, Your Excellency.
What they want to see here? No.
This is your program. Is a classroom, not just a talk show.
Mame, enken kind messages. Maybe abla de feel kuma. Abla de ne de making kind of messages. Pow. And the Kufuado and Bawumia's 80 years was horrible. Okay, and the Kufuado and Bawumia's 8 horrible years. They sold fertilizer that was supposed to be free to farmers, but today MPP pretending they care about Ghanaians. Saso ena Eric K. Boache, and so they'll say Abana KK and his NDC are lying. Primary health care is not an NDC program. It was initiated by a businessman from Sunyani, and the NDC is trying to associate itself with it. Abena asked him about the amount involved and the source of the fund, who approved that fund. With the Mr. Mente Wambakwasamoda, Eric K. Boache, Mente Wambakwasam da say the minim pan set 2024, National Democratic Congress, or more as part of more campaign near the Omoka Somo Bombema, a free primary health care, and a launch no course or said on health segment, ye the two jar, say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a launch no and run so health minister the two jar over 24,000 equipment and also a mobile be distributed across Ghana na yen chip compounds and polyclinics and so almost mobile enya sa equipment be a day every no. So they can speak Chi Emmanuel Torres and the Abaso Fufu so since God created us, Fufu community haven't drunk pipe born water before. Example, Barekese Dam or Wabi Dam, Akosombo Dam, etc. Only streams, river, and boreholes are available. Why? Nano sa or Wabi ene or Wabi Dam you say I choked a fine rubber edimu akotene enyasem ketwa eno edi humbo bapa me kai say yedi ehon enkomo. State control weakens private sector. Former President John Ejekum Kofo and Sama Wode Atso Eja Enono Ebrana Legacy Dialogue Series a course so organized, designed and Technology Institute ADTI for ye ho enoma penyini ekopie ma Wode sansem ne tuja me sha se e dey free me free cake won ti ma membra questions 1 minute
just 1 minute questions abena on say metina hakasai me ka kire wo say me NDC ni enti no e wo say nanka mama me time abranti yo kasai o say center for them abena bobi center for them
credentials mami re phone so no so we are about us and answer
we say bata na me bata
oh yeah we say me so mama time
o dia me bata me bata
okay or your director Emma executive director of the Center for Global Affairs and Responsible Governance
nti ye kasa responsible governance asemo betina hakan e di o kan by responsible na woman no ne dia
responsible say CD na nko 17 that responsible say you should have been responsible because Pierre Laporte in 2003 Pierre Laporte country director of the World Bank eka say said your economy ne kono with reforms abano
and come to me the phone amount no we read there every Ghana web obetumi gogo me bo date me tumra no matresi into onye responsible
sir
baby free ban no more information they didn't help him.
Okay, so 17 cities now.
Oh, abena me tumra no matresi o.
Me too. KK.
Abena Ghana web. 31st October 2024. Google. Ghana cedis fall to 17 per dollar in the latest exchange rate. May sample another date be masamo. Ghana facts.
But
25th July 2025.
Exactly.
May about 31st October 2020. Oh, about 2025. May about 2024.
Well, said October.
May about October 2024. My about date. Ghana web. May sample another date be 29th July 2025. The okay. And the okay there. 25th July 2025. The same thing American will fact check no or say the exchange rate controversy title no why the 17 cedis to a dollar the narrative remains may kind or say the November 6th 2024 City Newsroom reported the city trading City News NDC for dia Ghana Fact NDC for dia Ghana Web NDC for dia. So they reported 17.20 cedis City News per dollar. And I have showed you evidence, my both dates, my both source. Or no about Pierre Laporte. Me Bob. What I'm trying to say is that first of all, I've even exposed his lies. Which said the CD did not trade 17, and I just provided.
So I say I lied, Abuna lied, everybody lied.
It's not the Abuna. It's it's me both data. Both the one both dates. My both dates about source. Adam Diama Abuna. My both two way. That is the fact. And two Abuna. They've all admitted to the fact that the economy is better. But Oti Hasenu, Adia went to me admit to say, economy na better no. They all admit so, and a free baby and a bad baby. Say, oh, a baumian and anado, and a shisha, and a barber to us, and a yes, I know me no can.
Now, what I want to admit to you.
Me cake be mad, but what I want to say, if it's 17 and I buy 11, it's not an admission that there's been progress. It's 17.
From 17 to 11, maybe
so.
From 17 to 11, has there been progress?
But that's maybe so.
Maybe so.
Let's not be Sammy and Sam. Maybe so. 14 admit and possess 14.
And I buy 11.
14, 11. Which one is better?
We say.
Obi Sammy say. What's your pa? Obi Sammy say. Odi ajene ho
on the city has been settled. So if you want,
your time now.
It's never been settled.
So don't go there. The issue about President Kufuor's statement na a fact. Why there Ghana nzama bi wo hodom a ye ehya ase ye na omboa private sector development. Na MPP as a party etina ase edwuno ho. No there ampa we are not giving attention to the private sector. And because of that, in the private sector growth, a threat. And that also amount to unemployment our system because government alone cannot absorb the kind of use that we are channeling into the system. Into the only area, very big and large, when taken care of, between absorb the youth now or pay you na yetumi ehwe na unemployment from the private sector. And because of that, na Danko Akufo-Addo in 2016 na oye the campaign or emphasize on something he called the one district one factory. Said the ebe ya yebetumi anya ye private sector no yebetumi the support ama private sector no omotumu ebie a lot of factories in various districts and various areas ye here dame ejuma yebetumi da ye production na yeba no so ya fan ye den ya nkase or ya slogan na ya nkase or ya campaign promise nti ya ndum ye den ya ntuma emboa ye bi e de boa ye pa ama some of the factories are functioning as I'm talking today. Ntinka oya adebia oya political party bia na Ghana ne nusu ade hunu said ebe ya yeba strengthen private sector yeba bie dwuma ama amanfo anya dwuma ya ma economy ne egina ne nan so a ncho dey oya every government priority say private sector there say you make sure that ebe say yeba emphasize on it and I say dey mmo eba ko hodmo and I say we make environment very conducive for one hour omo pese omo ya private wa and I say omo ya business wa Ghana no da mo kofo no buy investment a obetumi aboa ya setena yie pa because government factories so ohwe Dr. Kwame Nkrumah factories a wode buy no ya government own a factories no ya entreten yie nti ya good am dwuma ni nyina ma dwuma na eni ho biom nti se wan tumi amfa oyura nse friends private sector na ya sanso etiti private sector no so a na eche se dwuma bebre wo hodom a entumi ya dwuma because there is a saying there, government has no business doing business. Since government has no business doing business, no, government na a institution via or babiano or your profit making organization. Until when they Ghana na employ Ghana ne wo hodmo krampo ya ntumi ye den en ye emboa ma institution ne engineer ye. Until na president Kufuor there, ma ya fa ya hwande ni nyina emfa government business mu. Said the ever ya because if you establish like what do you call brewery today distilleries and other things now you establish you know obi a person or your local manufacturing on that particular sector no. And I'm saying government by 2018 now one factory bi wa Shama constituency your friend your friend saying Twyford na omo ehas de omo pese omo ya tiles under one this one factory omo at the phase 1 phase 2 phase 3 phase 4 at the buy MPP support omo throughout the phase 3 phase 2 phase 3 phase 4 and phase 4 this no 3 na nyina ya the support omo to me a big company in the factory no nne make say they try for the company only restricted to only Ghana alone. They are supplying African countries. One another example, this and the a confree juice factory be CCI makers of one. Or no, so your company be on supply only Ghana market. They supply beyond Ghana this and borders. Ama the whole company necessary or also then enlarge. That is how we need to do to our company. We have another company that is also competing with the government company over Western region. Your friend Nairobi Rubber Factory. Also Western region. Daboase district in that company in the since they are also competing largely with the this and the rubber factory that is in the Apiminim in Ahanta West district. So that is how I build the companies, you know. Na private sector no so nya gina papa engineer. Nto mo nya gina papa gina, there it will encourage other people to also invest in. But even there, and one thing government need to also do is to look at our import and then export. If we are emphasizing on import alone, na yedenzama every arbitrary eba with a very low cost. Now one our manufacturer wa Ghana no, omudie no ebuo no wasura. Ghanaians, because of our taste for foreign product, you know, okwa na opepo a foreign product then akoto. Nti obo hu say na ye nyina shift ekọ that side na taste for the Ghanaian people no foreign product no. Na one our manufacturer wa Ghana ha no, wa manufacturer we are product no the hard mo bi an then. Obi anto. Nti obandama it discourage people in going into manufacturing or going into the private sector to do business. Nti the okay ne there aban ese order na nua ekọ ho no mo. Na ohwe na support businessmen in Ghana na businessmen so omotumo agina omonan so na omoye Ghana will become an industrial hub where people will even be traveling from outside. It won't see
this topic now, mommy.
Hey, okay. What you want to chat in a wide near?
The information.
State control weekends private sector. President Kofo.
I've been a topic with me who you know. My a lot of research be bringing to you. I was just trying to research and get more.
Still, I always see the dollar CD.
But this, my son never be on the dollar CD way no.
Because BOG.gov and so the Basata sees.
My son, my trace and
2024 and maybe 16.4.
That issue no I don't know why he's emphasizing on it.
Honorable to force and call parliament.
Exactly.
Gideon, Dr. Gideon work also by
I don't want to talk about it. It's here. I've also had it on my phone. I don't want to talk about it. So if you want us to go back to it, let's go back to it.
Abna,
Mate.
You're free. Let me say, in common I day.
But the good thing is now dollar you're saying.
If the dollar now has some no whether dollar no one suppose to say dollar we'll talk about it. He's dragging me into it. I told him that I don't want to talk about it because what we have seen here, if we want to talk about it, that dollar issue you forget about it.
Is that what he's trying to say?
Who? If the dollar is 14 today, and the market women out there they will prefer the 14 Ghana cedis to the 11 Ghana cedis that you are talking about.
So you want 14?
They will prefer. Today, people are sitting in the market and they are not selling.
And they are more demonstrations.
They are over there, go to the northern region, they pack their goods there, they are not selling. Because you have reduced dollar to 10 Ghana cedis, and people are importing rice into this country, and they are not buying the local rice. If that is what you want,
you are saying
tell the Ghanaian people.
So are you saying because of that, but
you also want to tell me that your local goods is so perisable.
Logic is this.
Okay,
are you also telling me the same thing? The way I'm out for both one, people will not forgive
you.
Abna wo de minim wa che wo ho iti awo mi hu so why shock da but no pe mi hu so why shock o show this we say the kasa ya so you shock about me say it we say the who person che say you go for it that said
so your question I never say you shock before the first time is a question
Abna the first time I saw you shock
I've given you an answer to it
that's not the first time I hu so why shock better me surprise
then shock That's what.
Fuseni some why shock for the second time. What is this?
KK.
Ushono. Oh yeah,
he has nothing to talk about this particular issue. It would be issue. Yeah, $5 dollar.
Munko demonstration because dollar near 11. Munko. Near farmer 14. Abna Ushono.
Or your dollar research.
Crawford say Ushono. I fine. I mean, Takra de 4 or more share. Western region 4 more share. Say antimatter or pare. Or share free Takra or say on YFM in country or so YFM. She's enjoying the show. And I mean Mustafa Watara or also Amasama and any birthday or check out pa the beer or check out or some country or say Watara and any party and then birthday until say I wish happy birthday Mustafa Watara or Amasama. And Abna on this say ni unya audio no jami na me family ka say Abna I always believe that we should move from taxation to production. And I've believed in President Nanadu's statements. In that statement, say, let's move from taxation to production. And basically the same thing Akufonso yede. And for me, Cameron no betumi akosora. And kame sorry, Edin Chiake Siama is Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Metenesua, no more sorry. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, yeah, dear, mining sector anymore. No, sorry. He has moved us from taxation to production. And in America, sir, for the first time in history, our mining space has been occupied by foreigners. For over 30 years, you took gold were my way near the helicopter tam gold, no, you found South Africa. You de ko America, you found ko America, you de ko Canada, you found ko Canada, you de ko Australia. For the first time, tikesia e there so that pa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say abna, or say for the first time he believes in President Nanadu's statement say we will move from taxation to production, so we will produce and give to Ghanaians. And then ye the mind ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say yam fama Ghana ni inti you will see EMP as a Ghanaian
qualifying.
Oh, please, Pacho, Mr. EMP, who has been mining for this so-called mining company, Sabna. EMP, engineers and planners, Ibrahim Muhammad Enediano, were mining ama gold fields, were mining ama Sijin, were mining ama big companies in Ghana, and he is the contract miner for all these companies. And they are the operators. And he has been doing this job for so many years. Inti abena se nipa aye djuma ama company sa sebe otu gold ni mo wi a no matam gold ni ko mo krom. Na ene yesi gold ni yankasa ye ba be gold no ye ntu nko bebi ebiomu gold ni e de tena Ghana hasi. That is strategic movement. Eno ne friend no eno na president Kofo eka no. Inti ene se dia ma EMP a I am so happy because I am the see Ghana. And that is what President Kofo can. The private sector must get opportunity. Ghana for be to me aye. Abna oko mining space no ameno kase here. Per local content law no. Even MD of the mining companies, I was say Ghana to security. That is the law, Sayaye. Now we are now saying, say, now the operators of the mining company must be a Ghanaian. It is step further than Yako says, for over 30 years, Kotakwa, He's from Western region. You're from Western region. You're mining areas, baby. Even Elembele, Adamus will more mining. Even road, Nankasa, Adamus for no villages be or to Salomanesa area mining company. What they know ye? And they carry all this gold.
Men call Boise da Bomokeka.
Call Boise.
Call Boise, Honum so acquaint.
And your company said to Ghana fool. All these companies are foreigners. So they should tell me, say, that move to give to a Ghanaian to operate a mining company over 30 years, I see, and they never Ghana for no. Is it wrong?
No one says some man your force must some Musuba free home.
And then
Obibeka say, and I know no DNC, we bet to a young PS will be we were bemu. Then you be your position at a Busiancha by Minty into waiting to say they're working one back history. I would the ama and me. I will 100% support a businesses are owned by Ghanaians. Because at the end of the day,
or a Ghana,
what's I say?
Or young brother, someone, or a Ghana.
Thank you.
No, so one man,
no, go for the time again. No, you're Ghana food.
They do no way, no way, and
before you even make that point, don't apologize to the listeners. What you people have done in opposition? The way in position on no hand to and then the mining company now come out. Even the company is in existence for 30 years today. There is no any social responsibility that this particular company that is talking about. Mining sector. They have social
moving forward, Mama Fanya man.
When the Dia man yourself. Abranya Fanya man yourself, and this your Fanya man. Yet no my way. Oh, Abranya, but
I'm kind of saying I sometimes
yet no my way NDC and late Rollins, Ebu of mine. Who said President Rollins Bebu of mine or the Nebusiafobi Eba Manyo Muana? Who be that? Maybe so. President Kufuor or the Ninia defense minister who said this, we complain about it. We never complain because that man was competent. He ain't complaining here.
Look at this.
And this is never complain that President Kufuor said at the end of the Ninia at the Kufuor defense minister. We never complain. And President Mills by and another Danko Kufuor the MPP form you way. I started here and family debate because President Mohammed President Mills nani be Cardinal said debate Mills
we never said that
they started doing
nobody did that
family and friends President Mohammed Bedia
because we want
from
to
2012 but until I'm seeing NDC and fanya man yosem da 2012 President Mohammed Bedia Mampeni who say President Mohammed Neba Sharif and who say the yere and na nebusu ni be the post ana President Mohammed be 2012 but these same people went around saying that yeah to Obama your family and friends, and they were all over. What did we see? The opposite.
What we mentioned
is the same during the past administration. No, it's not making any comments about.
I started from late
Rollins. You were making a lot of noise about it. Drop back. Today, mining sector is now linked to his own brother. Nobody, yeah, top more.
Just because of ratification. I was saying, one kasakasa or Ghana ni wako through the process. I can ratification. See the man Exxon Cubic. I can see the command China. Fuseni you said debe make us no one man
and after debe
me no buga I was saying the man who say buga no buy one boa
near time me that's me so ma
abuna me de obua ma wahwefo the call of edindi dia ma wahwefo intimate o na my di nanka our
socialist is agreeing with the capitalist when it comes to privatizing businesses. Osha President Mahama ne way na of the 24-hour economy na or deceiving for the youth no. Oh yes, because okay, maybe it is that my main choice.
Okay, you see the reason why Center for the bed. You see
Don't do
understanding
that. So you two don't do that.
Diplomatically understanding now on the ground.
Because
Wababeja to Muse, that 24-hour economy, it is the private sector that needs to drive it. It is a good thing. What I say, because a socialist has come to agree with a capitalist. Before I can, I mean, on what by as an ideological person or capitalism, it's true. You will say Ghana Telecom, they are privatizing companies being in with, so it's a good thing. I would agree with President Mahama when he says he's going to make the enabling environment for the private sector to drive his 24-hour economic vision. It is a good thing. So for me, it's a good call because why you understand?
And no, it is a majority leader, and a kind, and your President Mahama, and
I can say that.
Say, we will create an enabling environment for na 24 hours, and yes, be a government be creating an institution also be build it. Yeah, but rather they will create an enabling environment.
Yeah, but that is a good thing. Mr. President Mahama with summit. He but I'm saying it is a good thing. What I say because we are then at this 24-hour economy now working, and your private sector now the bed driving. What you need to do is to make the environment.
It may assure say one nama who sa conform ton no.
Yeah.
She said a Ghanaian times a chemo company say binum finish Chad and other neighboring countries maybe. To nam ho no about can we see here or no come na empire to see it. And mostly I know man no depa. And in some more I can convince here and I move binum so. They said the actually money, some Ghanaians that you come say a convenient and woman. The ones also tipaye drew no quantity no waje no baby so the yempe share. See my mesha sin feel.
Yo, today my ekano sometimes me kwano do there ebi abakọ akoto edruwa outsider obi dichima or no mpo de munto bida. And I've never been an admirer to that because a draw yet on wapadono. It may be I say Bibi Drew and I say a draw yet free China yet aba nothing in our basket. First thing that you need to notify and I say I dare first in the day. Nipaya all baba and minister dame a drew da mono or ti drew nankasa say and I say on him de drew no oye. One thing no say me trina ebia epai me and I say misisi no yam ya na me ka tell nipa konde misisi yam ya enam say ebia nipa no pede oton no eduru nti me nipa kono oni sisi yare eduru but opede oton so definitely eduru na owo ho no mo nyina na oba pebi waton amo de sisi yare and more to the point so nipa no odi chima nti so yo obi a ebia wo onimo no oto anase woto eduru no na se wokwa na se wokwa apply na anye ye kurampo a ono de ono okọ ogi ne sika okọ na baby the effect of it ade a oba no sunsunso oba ba wodo no ono so onfa no ho biomu ono is not going to be liable for anything because ono aton na eduru ama ono eden okọ afdikwa owo hoso eye incorrect difference and dosage nipa ko no onim dudu a wode ba ma wa ever far obeya stable even say if dam eduru no mpo or sadam yaleba no mpo a onim how or prescribe adam or they be for two a year friends the drugs a day and I say for 2 times a day and I say 3 times a day and I once a day nipa ko no nim dam nim die no say obato na prescribe am or there o dey gi na fakọ na o do kwa say ya na oba you say eduru no nti na inde obato na am na wo so o do adwuna akọ nti sabi so ukọ na wo three power na say wo sisini into this country. Only one thing that we need to look at.
And then time before more better na see PR for a health ministry.
Health insurance. Okay.
Good man. And work say omo maka ho asemo say he fa no mo differ every
that is it.
Okoko yam borders nice as omo unapproved route be we dey so na ye dey found so omo penetrate through that side.
No, but you see before it's Ntomo are very proactive in our marketplaces. They will see all these people. In there one day operation never chitin kwafo we are yasan kwada. This is not the first time for them doing this operation. Or my ebida. Omwako out official those who are in charge of those drugs no almost easy bebre takra dem who say won koye dem operations so almost season do no bebre but they don't take care of anything again they don't even enforce the laws further they will leave it until there bibisi na yasan so sorry bio say yakwa season zama amanfo eden omodoba market so but one thing we must notice is that our border is so porous to the extent that obi person order at the bonne bia bagana ha obetumi at the aba is obi antumi ye den prevent omo the immigration services ha omo wa your borderline what are they doing to prevent all these things because Ghana dam duru no wo hodmo ya manufacture no Ghana ha bi ndura ye ka ho asab no ebi wo hodmo a oye fence and dam try more a ye de buy a ye de chema e de ka eyi no mu nyina ya ndura ye manufacture wa Ghana ha di ndura ye import ni nyina ye import a ye de ba ebi mpo e de fa port no omo de ba because o share the volume of ndura eba okay dam operations here IGP team now we call Northern Region okay operations look at the number of drugs that they confiscated and you look at the quantum of drugs that almost easy you know the way ogu it can't be there ni nyina fa an approved fruit no Ghana
but say an important so definitely there will be checks
and that's what I'm saying that we are not enforcing our laws enough because port to hold me betumi there for hold more because e binu wo hold more omo eye die nti omo betumi am obi there for hold more that ba a friends market abra obi enhui because enya me na megina ho enya wo na ogina ho obi a we in charge of ports our make sure that you fa at the pa na nyama ensa mfata no oya na duty there overseas dem nyama no na Ghana e confiscate dem nyama na ya de nipa ko no famra kwan so no nipa ko no dwuni ye die ho na nipa ko no so allow adena eden efa esumasi daba market mu nto oba whether it's destroying people's life or not no ono de waje ne dem dia waje nti na anyi no ono mfa ho so all these things need to be checked and yes ye twan ma adena ba market how many people have consumed all these drugs and sana almost sorry sisi ara ye kada ye be eden ye be ye ho adwumai ono na ede ye dwuno ho laws are all Ghana no we must make sure that you tighten emra na all Ghana na border lines na ya porta omo de dam zamana nyina ye de ba no then we look at how the implication of it in our youth these days no kwa most of the youth are being destroyed because of drugs and them try more ye de ba ye nyina o say obi gina ho bra te bi gina ho na order main road so because oya overdose to the extent there on nimbibia or wampu. Yet we know all this and we know those who are selling them. It's not only drugstore because drugstore they will not prescribe beyond what you need to take because omo ya professional. Until so try more no one juma e dey ye yampa omo prescribe they know the number of limiter ever far on koye den enkoye overdose. Na the nim the omo was friends and the MG the dudwa whether manipa nipa no be stable ya wa 200 is it 200 the different ya wa 500 200 and then limit
250
and then they know the 200 is not allowed to be in the market but it's there amount for ba fa na nipa ko no fa wi a nzama obakwa kwadi no na akasa mpo no conscience mpo onim de dem dwuma no all eden already but ya check drug stores ya check I mean so because tamale there okwa enye drug stores mpo no moton no provision store no moton sa nyama no to okwa oba ho say that rubber white na oka ho asam no ya de nyama na egum na de isi nchan onu de obi enhu bibia what na ba search store hod mo unhu bibia adam ayi no esi but one hour ba abato no wanem wo ho onya aba na o masign na ne paku na akọ ayi side hod mo no akọ yibi na o da abra no even though on ton drugs were hod mo ton provisions so but the drugs is there no or ton them drugs no my youth no so all these things me team no call no mo confiscate a lot and information was given to the team there team no my echo no dam straw o store ye ton bi wo hod mo no mo akwaji dam store ye ton bi wo hod mo na o akwaji nto mo ye dam no mo sisi bebre and it was coming down so government should be proactive. They shouldn't wait for the youth to be destroyed before we take actions. It's very important for the youth and then the people of this country.
Okay, Matthias.
Your Excellency, that's it. Me who topic no me short up say me ho na say me be see me trim.
Assembly.
Your Excellency, in 1997, I was Mikro. There was a young man born in for the purposes of way. On any boyfriend she show and no me. And I sang for you be a catcher and say, oh, we draw the manner obey me a year colano. Your Excellency, Nyamen kwa.
Cool.
Nyamen kwa. Mpo. Nyamen kwa. Na saa time no so na kwa na nye nti struggle de ko drew ekwe. Hospital. Nyamen kwa. Nti eye adie bi a eye security threat to the nation. Serious security threat to the nation. And you see the vulnerable ones no enye so much yen ma yegun kran na se kumase ana we no. One more mo share krasi omu te nyema bebre ase because obi one ne tip e pine to say na wo kan tip pine kakra bi pe no obi ba o si o kofa yempe hospital ko ana say yempe consultations ye on enye we kwa pompo na ya asem no no another thing edi ye nyomo ekun ye ese ye organs ni bebre ye say obi no obi ti dem ebia ne ti ye ne ya o so uni paracetamol wo ho ana say na ye ne ya uni painkiller bi wo ho uni we it is say atum say ha amanfo ni bebre what I say to say no kidney failure liver problem ni we mu nyina no we one of the biggest contributing factors na minu ya ika o de boss no ye borders no then e koso e wo ye borders no how secured are we, how safe are we? Because I said that bibia sorry na ye de real mu na say ye te ha e na ye hu say bia friend say immigration for e de buses every real kuma cause some conform na friend say child for ni we mu omo nam na me kwan so de mo kwan still say see how back no they are still on the street de bia no na ye te say bia bibi ba ye be say ye so ano but ye ntumi so ano entu ase ema na nsa oko country me sure say ye pain for no mututu kwan oko countries be mu you will not see these things. Why is it happening to us? Atete ye kwan ye man mu de bibia eye bona say ekun ye man no na ekoso ye ma ho kwan na ekoso we are so say bia ye ba be I hope say it is not going to be just talks. Be actions, you be put in actions. I'm making sure say there was say ye no ya ye everywhere. Amasa nyema we edi hwiamo bibibet, especially ye mranten nyema wa hwiamo bibibem. Because another thing, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact say sa nkrofo no mo na mo ka se bia o mo ton paracetamol codeine ni we or rubber ni no. Abra on authority I can tell you say any paracetamol codeine kwa no mo ton. Most of them are selling narcotics. Bebre I'm telling you, share bebre ye cover up. Well, bebre ye cover up. Anyway, mun kwa because for no pushing tracks new way. What the Bisa police one they will tell you what's happening. Bisa police what they will tell us what's happening. Oba mo obi wa okita we no to ba bebre no tramo. Omo kita tramo o moton. Well, bebre kita tramo o moton. Bebre kita wi o moton. Bebre kita niema substances be enye a moton. I mean when you ask the police people almost stop now, they will tell you the truth. Well, it for me no, it is a good call. So mwaka so mbeso ano. But say on chama ejano endere ansa na waka say me issue nsu egu so. Do mejano from the base. What I say, be entry points na ye fa edi rem no. I say check those entry points. Na ye make sure say bibia sa no entumi enra ye mai mum ha. Because enye etu nkwa na eku nipa eduro eku nipa especially illegal drugs obi o aba ebi ahun chirenti no so efiri niku no atam rubber bi no akwajeje drugs bi or drugs aba ware no ho pharmacists ba for street pharmacists well obi ka say tie ne obo so akọ prescribe bibi di amana or chere bi na de asema bema nipa it for me I think say one of our security threats are yetumi also yetumi eso ano say enye bibia de beka say president and asa aban dabi enkofo mo tete institutions na no they should work, they should rise up and work and so making sure say they contribute to the security of the people of the nation.
No Matthias who wants to say yen omanfo no so no ye wo responsibility ya waso die kese. For instance, I saw a video here, I think about 2 weeks ago or a month. Na woman be edi 2 guys me no echi. No osusu se omo krambo de omo nye Ghana for because of course nipa na kasa waka esa nro ya na ma me ni didi omo echi bo mu de mu free hefa na mu free ade na wo beton de ama me wo beton ne sesen hefa na wo free nti wo ba beton sa de we ya na mo ye a mo de nkofo eto problem mu because edro na wo ba beton ama nipa ni enim source hefa na wo free na wo ba be ro ha say authorities the woman was just shouting on top of her voice wo tie mo audio nti na fe because one ma wo mo kwan ni nti no na o madan wo mani o mo kɔ na ma me ni didi wo mo chi and wutumu say neighbor ho ye calm ni ade na tese wo maye. Can we get majority of the people to do same to say the mami ye? I mean ubenya obi so amana ka say wo so kyerɛ wo ho na bi ase won tɔ agya na ma ne nkɔ but ubenya nkrofo bi o mo ye vulnerable la obetimi a convince wo mo e di ama wo mo sa enti wo say yen so ni as much as say be authorities
patriotic song be a to but say arise Ghana youth for your country but ukwa beji will say we are all involved. Well, we are all involved. The past government some program be the model by see something say something what I say and I think said one can wouldn't be about to say drone ya really be but say no kind of say ya really bana so ni sa hoden na one of say yisika san come nipa kro no what I say so it's a cycle. Well, into ye nyina no de betumi aye bia aso saje we no ano no I was say ye na ye so ano. And for me like I said it's a good call. We should all be involved. We should all come together as say be ye free and affordability to so place especially in the rural areas. Well, and I because bufu there's another segment or another part of them obeju baby onye hu wo say ahyem wo ho adrobi wo ho this say what I say yes who am omo ki tom ye hu po so ahyem wo ho but you know say maganu so say what I say omo fe bibi maganu say or ton the first aphrodisiac and especially the youth they not see no
they not say wabo so ana mema sa na ma na ehia mo sa ma menu modro na mitimi ngina me na so me no ba ko oda na metimi ala
a false perception no false understanding what I say who feel say bia by year ejuma no but you are working in yourself who na who what I say as a matter of fact any general here what I say any general here and to for me no about this topic shouldn't be a topic we should
underestimate the side effect of it. How does it affect me in future? Even for not for now. Because the cannot ebia one be, but enyenefi. Or fit the ebia enyenefi nenti. Okay. But in future, what is going to happen? Nipakuno ono njono ho. Into oduro ho no na say ebia ne side effect no de bia wa panado bia ne pako no sisia no wa very weak and say oyare serious pa na afimo no wa ba seek public support na ya nim bia yare no den afi but obande na doctor oko no oko ya prescription adamo wa more strict instruction there edure a middle man fa more than this because no on him there enku at the same time at that particular time. But on him there, the side effect, very grievous. Into on him dam into catch or the man no more on board them. And that's why more sides, even so a liquid one or friend then po. Syrup. What measurement obanum also mama and board them measurement so. Because on him the implication, how it's going to affect you in future. Into youth now, ba up now, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, over corner, and the there. This is what is driving the youth. And to say, do no cramp on Fadam, I issue no catch or say, Fahum, and to Ura Bato. No, I then Wabato. Oh, no, you are getting sick or one day, necessary effect in the bar. Can you trace him to say there or not on the the mall? But Ukoto drugs were that a drugstore. Nasa Ebia, no implications bar. You can trace back and say the drugstore we will not prescribe them adrenal demame. And this is the adrenal or more demame on you show evidence of it, and then they can also find a solution to it. But nipa no aton adrenal mo akwa. We are then trace nipa kono. And one thing that is most important is that today about menu can, you know, some of the sellers, one of them call out or more turn them into no, most of them are into illegal drugs. Illegal drugs in here, a cocaine, and then what do you call it?
Customers.
And then other illegal drugs are young person who are public and no more they are shasi. And so because they know their customers and they go there and then they sell to those people. But all these things in me. They are suggesting that they are buying decentralized, are there the Food and Drugs Board, no, on decentralized to the district level. Not district assemblies, no, enforce that Morano in the district. Because they are the only people who can cover all the districts. Because who are Accra, no who are Food and Drugs Food and Drugs Office, authority office. Now who are Tabaino, who and fan cover every district biana the Ekosuwa district no anya de obohu na wotumu ye den eto anamon nto mo decentralize the bad district level no mo nya more people to get involved no mo monitor them zame nyina mengine de oyade a obesi ewa ya brabo mu bi na de ehu nyina so anya de obokodo.
Okay, abusiafo na ye di we yakogui mame enkai wo se onobo nana ya chempem jantoa be se bosumi ni echi na wo hwere ne sister ya eye di odi nechi ene na wo mudi na wo tweda no e wo kuma senti mesrew se wonim onobo na ya chempem janto a so bomode na fe no na cheche ne re ne ese di wo so no nyo no na pepa ne ni wo mu eye me no mienu ene be pepa ne ni wo mu ni so ne acheche ne re nti bebia na wo bia e ma ne ya kokese pa na me nkoso wanka no ho na on cheche ne re anti Mr. Unim eye onabona na ya chempem janto a aya no wafre no na wacheche ne rebidi amanti the entire eye nipa yo UTV has say especially eye the chansoma the crew ni nyina say ye ma wo hyeden ye ma busua no so ya kopa ye kasa sesie yi na Emmanuel Nyima na hotedin eye lembele keke obi pie mo Minerals Commissioner ono ene deputy CEO o Minerals Commission aba keke mo watch mo atnase bibi abokode ami adom eye pa
mamenchia ahwefo na menchia o na menchia menuanum a ehia wa hase na me de bia me ka se menim designer yo designer o menim de bia me hwe pa na omoma ho ye fe pa watare fatao ade na egu kon mu ye friend is saying no so ye friend is saying
pearls
me chidi ni saying
meaning pearls din
e no so fatao e na de bo watare no so ye
a brooch
we coat of farm
say the accessories
into the any brooch
embellish watade
oh why efe utrinyu so nipa o share no why efe
me da se nipa cho
oh say ahofe de o ho ye fe I was here ka say advert ni ye o ti ase say na
advert
say na omo
wo betete me
say na omo dress o ni omo ye wig ni atare no say omo shout out ni sa na ma no mo hu say omo nsa no adwuma efe nti no ye do mo ase say omo ho efe na me use opportunity we na we me nua o
sa
ye nyina efre lembele
I see
ye nyina efre lembele mate so
okay so obi oni ade
oh minim ne pa na ye nyina efre lembele nti no reko mechi bete na dako
Bete.
Kinzo akra kinzo
e na obedi keke oh yes
nti mamentia
wo kuso kwa no say ba be time wono so won say wan say
mamentia lembele fo nyina mentia me MP honorable Emmanuel Makofiboa ono ye minister for lands and natural resources na abena me no kasa sesie yo western region nti no enra oshia western regional house of chiefs na one of the core oye na me so me ne be ya adwene wasa call na me ne menua rako nyina be frɛ ahemfo wo western region na say ye pempunto wo western region sebe nyankopon akyɛ ne ma bebre wo western region gold oil bauxite manganese any a ho keka ho nyina no wo western region but western region no sesia no niam e koso western region no ahemfo no nye baako ahemfo no division doors in fact even do Axim and Kasakra Axim town kakra no ye wo upper Axim ye wo lower Axim ye wo inside ni nyina wo paramount chiefs yes ho nyina wo nyina wo paramount chiefs inti no
paramount chiefs ye basa wesa won't mean can we
exactly inti no
yeah we was supreme
lower and upper no nyina box on
box the same
yeah, the same
at the second takra
na before say no
na we said we I mean you be on the paramount chief yen ka say paramount ni wrong but we asema ye ka nyina ne say si wo hene a emputuo ntina onso be hwehwa ma omanfo nti ye emputuo ne ye hwehwe enye ahene na omudi na hia ye de ehia ne say omobaye baako na omama ye emputuo ne ye hwehwe no because nyankopo hira ho bibia mu nti abena imagine say ahemfo ni nyina ye baako western region anka enya but yeda excellency John Dramani Mahama say nti mebo na baso say ono nso wetumi adwene ye ho wo western region big push no wa maye bia oba elembele ne impotemu oba western region oba beto contractors to say big edu manager small more and these are local contractors from western region omo ye yaka kwan ya maye nti no ye MP or ye minister for lands and natural resources mebo na baso say wafra hemfo ni nyina na ahemfo ni nyina agi atomu say afi ye nyina ebe ye baako na ya chekere western region because abena the best comes from the west and you know we can't get them.
I wouldn't funny enough when say mummy and saying so enya wana movie am
yeah nyina fi western
and
it's western caucus
it's western western caucus abena
I see na just asema wo ka enyim anim a enya asem foforo
chieftaincy issue ne there and they are all high
critical
odu baby mpo na western region na regional house of
chiefs
oh yes ye pan sana because you divide it now oje ahoho ko western north na say western region na ye problem pa say benya western regional house of chief president nti chire na wo solve problem no ama yenya
and instead of we solve ni said the KK Kenya nananom yesre mo nhwe na mo solve na honestly em fam punto mba
oh I mean division division kasa fam punto mba and we can run it through the Bible Abraham Jesus Christ about 10 disciples na
so we bobia we so di be so so the first year yenko ye na yenko ye topic
ye Christopher Ntiano
and then westerners no mo ba say mo be preach
oh yes I won't say Christopher the Bible na no na edi eno na me call Assemblies of God New Life Assemblies of God aboso kan where you may use opportunity we na me chia me pastor Reverend Zo na me pastor de oko ahudiem sesia no
nche wa musa ni church a oko anka on kai na pastor
Reverend Samson Anaman
okay
enti Francis Zo na Samson Anaman me chia omo me so me join men ministry
me men action
now and a man so Abigail oba ne ho efe no wa adwempa me so me ho efe na me wa adwempa na me sa wo suban papa na me sa ko heaven
me ba so dey FDA mame nya na notify ho no mo tell ye bre ne ko ne mbra ya da extra drug hawking express a pharmacy council in FDA to clamp down on offenders until what dear etia one oceana if we get a policy by say been finish any other neighboring countries in normal betonton ro or one for being so way convenient but in no see any source the way almost keeping an so crampono and yene papemo de how and so banti a pharmacy council any FDA for so more to more esosa
abena I mean who topic no on this FDA issue on drugs by street in this no and there be any social issues here I keep telling you say it is say sebi ni pedua without the head the whole body is as useless as anything enti se bibi be sha ase na obehu sa na ema na efrifie parent ehwe me a responsibility my pan because you see bibi ebesibia no the house must take part of the responsibility, say, be making sure, say, you better tell me. As for Bonti, the only drew, there's a whole lot on the street, but the home, ebe boye, afe abuna ye free fear, ye beba sorry ni a mosque. A day na ya sorry no, any mosque no, ye dia boye. Because, to be honest with you, the way you who are so for, my way, no. They are from papa. Unti bida.
Oh, pa, metepa.
Asofo from papa.
Papa, daddy.
Asafo mami, you from asofo mami.
Mommy and a lady.
You from asafo mami o. But ene ya dane ne friend asofo mami. Bebre ni ya no asofo mami, but eye asafo no mami. Your friend lady, your friend mama. Ni your friend asofo no papa. Ni your buedin akese adentia ye hu omo say they are the thank God of this earth. Ade bi omo kebia no abena yetie pa. Ebe yo won se obetumi no yiri wo fie nya asem. Obeka wenum asem bia oyiri wo mu na hyew. On fie. Ka say sa dey see wo mi fie. But I'm saying say most of the movies cry you see it. But also for nya bemu pe no ma bro mo say oh papa, oh dada, oh say na bema no yi chop money wo fie no okasa na sebe bema no the head of the family no cry en fie no. But so for this shows how respectful yasafo no ye. How important say asofo ne ye. Asofo no e die no mu gina pulpit ne so a they preach to help mitigate some of these things a see where your street ne so no. Inti asofo ne asori ne so responsibility. Mosque no responsibility. Afi uwia no aba your school. Your school no responsibility e den. Inti sa nyema we nyina esi no afi ye wi a ne aba aban no responsibility so ye. Eye den. Kwan ben na edru bone na ye nom no efa so eba oman we mu. It's a responsibility because we protect the borders of this country. All the agencies are regulating this illegal activities or drugs per se no. Enyina ya aban. Yes, your responsibility then. So a collective responsibility. But in all this, as for drugs on our streets, it has been there since. In fact, for the first time, na me go school UK no. Your school, baby, I call your wash bonnet, not team. Inti ndro bonnet de esay nipa bebree. Inti your youth na omo aba no. Yesra omo a sebe akono wo hoi de pa. Nanso udi niam ni bi achi a abena ebese we beto wa chene. Inti no as politicians no MPs ne ministers ne ye betina ha social commentators ne obia no yenso yenkosoa na ye educate the public no because we are here to inform, educate and entertain. Inti no I think it's a good topic. Enye de bia na betina se a ye be NDC MPP. Some of these topics are very, very important. Inti no mebo producer Obimpa Abaso. So the topic we have, and let's continue to have this topic every day. Be about at least a 20 minutes and not 30 minutes. Be we can talk about social issues. Some of these things you can. One day we'll get the results because see a kosuni you can UTV a quite pa elembele phone na share elembele neso ukwe nyina se north we oni baby American nyina se north interior of elembele obekwa ko hu UTV wo ho ye wo mrante ne baba wo mu ye koko fuo wo ho koko adwuma na eden obi wo beka so mame num red mame mbo black mame mbo green mame mbo yellow mame mbo de wo ho no mfa koko fuo ene mine abe eno na boys no moko underground a omutumi bo red omutumi bo say but ni nyina baby aye mine ni niam ni nyina no TV so wo ho ntimi gidi se omo hweye ye be catch omo nyina ne se Sandro bone no emboa omo se wo pedro papa ebe boa wa pomudin a eye special ice mineral water
no monsu okay
na ye dro papa
matse me I was able to so they so ni pedro about I mean 70% in Suntini, Lembele cake, I can't dear, no crep, and no monsu, whatever honum red, no, fanum so. na obenya
enyina se not na o kan na la wore nim ho nto on pese oba ejuma wo no odwane kwa betena nka because what nim how enyina se not what
ho ye dangerous ana
ho ye dangerous sebi ono
that is the remote area of Elembele
the meche ni say so free kra
nti
me basa na ma be ni embaso onya ba ma beso me ba wa beso
o kanchia ablade efie kuma hopefully communication officer ablade efie kuma extend his greetings to all branch executives of NDC in Efia constituency.
Mechiano.
Nti ono so what chia. Wada woka nje ase me ano.
Wa ablade. Oh, okay.
So nim.
Okay. Unim no.
So Western
region. So me nyina ate zongo.
Okay.